Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and this is something that I honestly think a lot of people are going to be very, very excited for. We, of course, have the LR Prime Battle Krillin. Now, this is good for a number of different reasons. Krillin has a really, really good unit in the game now, which people love. I mean, honestly, it is really important for Dokkan to give love to characters outside of the Saiyans. Now, everyone does need to remember the Saiyans make the most money, right? All the Saiyan characters will always be big celebration units, right? But it's important to do stuff like this. They made Krillin. He's in the running for best free-to-play unit in the game. I would say bare minimum, he's got to be top 5. He's up there. He's really, really good, which is super good for something like the Saiyan Saga category, the Earthling category, which Krillin introduced into the game. You know, a bunch of different things like that. This is very, very good. So it's a normal Prime Battle event. By now, at this point, there are so many different combinations, so many crazy, teams you can run. That this should be pretty easy. I'm going to just use Time Travelers using the LR Zamasu Goku right here, the unit that we got as part of the 5-year anniversary. I feel like this probably is going to be one of the better squads you can bring here, because I feel like LR Zamasu, probably every single version of this event, he's going to one-shot whatever phase of Krillin we're fighting, right? So that's why I think bringing this Time Traveler team is good. Plus, we could bring Ames, and we also have Cumber. You know, we have some very strong units that we could sort of bring here to demolish. Look at this. Krillin is done. This is going to be super easy. What I'll probably do a number of videos related to a bunch of different teams you can run here in this Prime Battle event. You know, just to sort of show maybe some global players to prepare for it. Remember, any prime teams that are really good in this event would be good in other Prime Battle events, right? The one thing I presume, okay, no drop for Krillin right there. That's unfortunate, but it's fine. One thing I would presume is that this event is going to be just as easy as all of the previous events. I'm gonna run the stage one more time, because obviously I would like to get that Krillin. I do have a number of SR Krillins, and I actually got a couple of the Baba Shop Krillins as well. From with Baba points that you can get to raise this guy's SA level. Because here, let me put my LR Zamasu as leader as well. That should hopefully clue people in, because I think he's just so powerful that I really think he is the go-to for this, right? And we know typically how these events are done, right? Where you run through the first stage to get the medal, or excuse me, to get the character, right? Now I would strongly recommend all players outside of the toppity top whales like me, Nolar, Goresh. This is going to be the first Prime Battle where I'm actually not going to farm 2 copies. I'm only going to farm 1 Krillin and then Elder Kai him up to SA 20. But again, I have infinite stones at my disposal, right? I will do 1 multi on that little Elder Kai banner, boom, and I'm good to go, right? But I never ever would recommend normal players to do anything like that. You're much better off just doing the grind twice. It's really not that bad either doing this grind 2 times. It's definitely not. You can get it done rather quickly. All right, let's see. Wow, no drop again. Yeah, see, this is the other thing I don't want to deal with is this, right? Again, I really urge, regular players to do this twice, right? There are droppable Krillins from other events you potentially could use. So, let's say the drop rate for this Krillin turns out to be pretty, absolutely horrible, right? Then, you could farm up Krillin from the Bio Broly event. There is an SR Krillin there. I believe he drops as an SR, and then you can awaken him to an SSR, right? So, he would have the 50% chance to raise. There's also the Krillin from the World Tournament banner. So, if you are a, global player or something like that, you kind of keep hold of any Krillins you manage to get your hands on until the event actually drops, right? And then, of course, there's just a plethora of, rare Krillins and stuff like that. Man, every time I look at Krillin on the Dokkan Wiki, I just get so jelly that we have that, whatchamacallit, the police officer Krillin who's just unobtainable. It's just so sad. But yeah, look, LR Zamasu and Ames works really good here. There's a reason that I've rainbowed a lot of these sort of free-to-play units, right? Ames, Great Saiyan Man number 4, stuff like that. For Prime Battle events, it's just smooth sailing. Come on, give us a drop. Okay, we we got 1 copy of Krillin. Very good. So I need to do this. I want to get at least 5 copies, of course, because I'm going to rainbow him. But then, you know, typically, you know, if you are a player who's going to completely go through it, you know, you are going to want to grind up the 24 copies, you know, so that you could have feed 2 into each other for the SA 20. And then, of course, you will need the dupes as well. Then we hop into Stage 2. Now, Stage 2, of course, this is where we are going to get the medals to awaken Krillin to a TUR, right? And then the last stage is where we have the huge grind, right? Where you need 777 medals. That is where you go ahead and grind up those, and then you can awaken him to the LR. Again, this LR is definitely one of the better free-to-play units in the game. Looking at him, I mean, he is right now the only leader for the Earthling category. The Earthling category is certainly not that good. You know, I will do a video just on the Earthling category. As soon as I get my LR Krillin awakened and I do a showcase on him, we'll, you know, kind of look at his team and stuff like that. It's better than maybe you would think, like if you just thought of like an Earthling category, because there are a couple of recent, semi-recent units on here that are good, right? Things like LR Oob, LR Yamcha Empoir, Int Hercule, Tech 50% support Tien, the Tech Master Roshi, even Yamu and Spopovich are all quite good, quite decent units, right? One of the most unfortunate things is there is another Krillin that's super good, the Int Krillin that you can get from Battlefield, but you can't use him in the Earthling category, obviously, because LR Krillin is the leader, and he's the only leader of the category at this moment. And then there also is the fact that Int Krillin, he is on the Android/Cell Saga, but LR Krillin is not, because LR Krillin is from the Saiyan Saga. They are handling the Saiyan Saga pretty well now. I mean, now that we got Raditz in here, now we have this Krillin, right? So, you know, those are 2 big sort of like, you know, cross-offs we could do for the Saiyan Saga. Now all we need to do is get like, you know, LR Piccolo. We just give him an LR EZA. You know, whenever they decide to drop whatever Saiyan Saga Dual Dokkan Fest or whatever it is that they eventually decide to do, right? I still think a Kaioken Goku, maybe even a transforming Kaioken Goku, as well as a like maybe a transforming Great Ape Vegeta or something like that. That could be a Dual Dokkan Festival. It is still Goku and Vegeta. It is one of the most iconic moments in Dragon Ball history. You know, Vegeta's Gallic Gun versus Goku's, the 3 and then the 4 times Kamehameha with the Kaioken. So, like, you know, those moments are really big. So, like, I think it would get top grossing. Considering how easily Dokkan Fest Kid Goku got top grossing, I do think we could expect to see top grossing from, whatchamacallit? Top grossing from that Dual Dokkan Festival. So, all right, we're just going to go ahead and tear through this one. This is where you're going to want to save all of your boost, right, is for this stage right here. Because it is going to take quite a few runs to get everything done that you need. Oh, I actually did miss the super attack there with him. Well, actually, if I do this, we're not going to miss a super attack because that LR Goku Black, every time he gets hit, he gets 1 key. So boom, and now he's able to super attack. Very good, very good. He does also get stronger when he actually finishes a phase off. So like right there after that, he would have gotten stronger for the next phase. So, you know, it would be very valuable to get him in like rotation 1. He finishes off and then he's stronger by the time you get to this. But look, like, I assume he's just going to one-shot this. I mean, if you're rainbowing your free-to-play units like this, you have this Cumber, you know, this LR Zamasu Goku Black unit. You have these guys rainbowed, and it's just a curb stomp, right? Like, boop, yep, one-shotted. That's how that's going to be. This LR Goku Black Zamasu unit is just, like, so powerful. For an event like this, he is so good. So, I presume that this Krillin, like, Prime Battle is going to come well after the 5-year anniversary for Global Dokkan. So I wouldn't really be too concerned. Like, if you're a global player watching this, like, well, we don't even have that guy. It's like, well, yeah, y'all don't have him yet, but you're definitely going to, I think, by the time this event comes out. So let's go ahead and do a boost run. And let's see how many medals we get doing a boost run right here. This team is working fine, by the way. Again, the fact that LR Goku Black was able to one-shot the final phase, that's all I really needed to see. So, like, this grind is not going to be that bad because it's going to be so fast, right? Like, it's not like you have to put thought into every battle. Like, the reason the OG LR Prime Battle Tech Goku LR, the reason he was so difficult to grind up is because those battles were life and death. Like, you weren't guaranteed to win every single run. And, you know, back then, they gave way less stones, so stamina was way more of an issue. You know, Global still is only Global has the stamina up items. JP does not have those yet. So, like, you know, with the stamina up items as a thing as well, you know, that would make those easier. But back then, we didn't have that. You know, less stones given out, so using stones for stamina was harder. Just getting through that event with only Super Strike units was just an absolute nightmare. It was so difficult because you didn't even have enough units to make a full team. You had to use, like, some physical units like King Cold and Mecha Frieza. It was a nightmare. I know because I did it. Like, back when it was only Super Strike units, I did get it done. LR Goku, he was the first LR I ever obtained, I believe. I'm pretty sure I got him even before the LR androids back then. I'd have to go rewatch, I think. But, because all those videos are still up back when I was, like, a global-only player. Back in, like, the end of 2016, the start of 2017. Because I remember I was playing Final Fantasy 15 when I grinded up, whatchamacallit, that LR Prime Battle Goku. Boy, it was rough. And it's one of those things, like, you can only do it on the weekend or whatever, too. Like, after, you know, once the time went for the first time the event was up for, like, 2 weeks or whatever, you could then only do it during the weekend, which was a huge pain. Because, like, when the event first showed up on Global, my account was not ready to even do the event, right? I didn't have all the Super Strike characters built up and stuff like that. Because Super Strike events back then were super hard as well, because you could only have, like, a team cost of, like, 100 or 200 or something like that. Like, they just lowered restrictions for so many different events. Alright, so we got 17 medals right there, not bad. As you guys can see, it doesn't matter what your drop is. You can get any other kind of drop from your boost, right? So, like, we could have gotten the 5 right there, and then we could have gotten a 20 as an additional one. We'll do one more. Since I've got another boost, let's do one more run, and then we will finish up. But I'm going to make sure to get this grind done very quickly. I will probably get Rage Trunks Easy Aid immediately after I get done doing this video. And then once I get Rage Trunks Easy Aid, I'll probably do the Rainbow Showcase for him. Maybe I'll take him into Extreme Suit Battle Road, and then after that, I'm jumping straight into Prime Battle Krillin, and I want to get Prime Battle Krillin done ASAP, because this is a very exciting unit, I think. Like, if Dokkan really wants to be great, they do more stuff like this. A character that people want to actually be good, because they're, like, you know, here's the thing, everyone wants, like, a good Krillin card, but no one is going to summon for a good Krillin card, right? Like, people will complain, oh, another Saiyan, boo-hoo, but then they don't summon for Piccolo, they don't summon for Android 13, and I know, like, you know, maybe I'm part of the problem, I tell people don't summon for that, but the reason I tell people don't summon for Piccolo and 13 and stuff like that is because you can't find them as friends, right? Like, if Dokkan did this one simple fix of they just did an exact copy of your leader and put it at the top of the friends list, including potential system, everything, then that would solve that problem, because then you could summon for Android 13, and you know if you pull him, you can always use him as a leader because it'll be an exact copy. That would also promote more summoning for whales, because I would sit there and know if I Rainbow Android 13 and set him as my leader, I will always be able to find a friend Android 13. I don't understand why they don't do that. When it comes to quality of life changes and stuff like that, it's always this simple. Would it make them more money? It's something they very likely would do. That system would make them more money, so I don't understand why they haven't implemented that yet. It's a very simple change that would make units like Piccolo and 13 more desirable to pull on, because you could actually freaking use them, right? And especially Piccolo, who you could pretty much only transform on his own damn team, it would be really, really nice. So, we will see. But, alright. So we'll finish up with the Prime Battle event here. I mean, as you guys can see, this Time Traveler team just completely torched it. Let's see what we got here. Just 14 medals right there. Okay, but 38 medals already. You know, your boy is moving quickly. Let me take a look at the... Oh, actually, no. Let me go back in. And I want to go into the Prime Battle thing, because then it'll just easily X off all the units we can't use. And I just want to look at the Time Traveler category, right? Because, again, this is what I think is the best one to run. Here, we'll take off you. And then let's see what other units we could have brought. The Time Traveler category is so massive. So the free-to-play Zamasu, easily could rainbow him for this. Even though I have the OG STR Zamasu rainbowed, I could rainbow this guy and bring him in here. Beats, and then Evil Saiyan. Beats, excuse me. You could, rainbow those two. This Trunks would be fine in this event, like any STR units. Like, you do have quite a few free-to-play options to get this done, for sure. And then, of course, if you've gotten the previous Prime Battle LRs, the Future Trunks and the Cell, you're going to be able to absolutely dominate. So there we go. There is our boy Prime Battle Krillin. Let's go ahead and lock him up. And I will catch... Actually, let's end real quick on the Earthling category. Let me just take a gander at it. Okay, so Earthling is probably at the bottom, I bet. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay, so of course, once I get Krillin rainbowed, he'll be right at the top there. LR Oob, I mean, Chi-Chi's good, Launch is good, that Tien up there is good. Let me see what units I don't have rainbowed. I mean, this Grandpa Gohan would be good, but I, haven't pulled any dupes of him. Yeah, I mean, there's just better they have to give us, like, a better Yamcha, right? We need a better Chaozu. Things like that are just badly needed. Like, if we have a good Roshi, but if we got, like, a good max power Roshi right here, I feel as though this guy could potentially be, like, an LR or something like that. At least a free-to-play LR or something. Units like that. I feel like Tien from Dragon Ball, like, this Tien really should have a different name. It should be, 4-armed or 4 witches or whatever. And he should be like a Dokkan Fest. And then, you could run him and you could run this Tien together. That's what they should do. But, maybe this LR Tien and Chaozu would get a free-to-play LR EZA as well. Like, if the Saiyan Saga happens, this unit gets an EZA, and then LR Piccolo gets an EZA, then those are, like, 3 incredibly strong free-to-play LRs. We'd have Krillin, Tien and Chaozu, and Piccolo, from the Saiyan Saga for that Saiyan Saga category. So it is definitely a team that could exist and could be good, even as constituted right now. So there is LR Prime Battles Krillin's events. I just said that. I botched that completely. Let me know what you guys think of our boy LR Prime Battle Krillin. Again, I've got him as bare minimum a top 5 free-to-play unit in the game. Thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all next time.